replacing the structural beam that connects the wall to our roof ourselves. Ah! Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name is Rose, my pronouns are she, her, and this is finally the video where we're doing the big project, replacing the huge rotted beam that is crucial to the structure of our house. Let's start. Hello friends, good morning. Today we are doing the scariest of all of the renovation things because we are doing this with the two of us. We are replacing the rotted beam that is connecting this wall to the roof. Because the builders told us it's rotted, it needs replacing. Once this is done, they can actually insulate the back of the house and then the plasterer can come and all that stuff. So everything's been on hold until we replace the rotted beam. At least it's a blue sky now. Oh, hi, there's my boyfriend with our new curtain. We're just gonna do it. Wish us luck. The first and most important step, of course, my boyfriend climbed up on the bathroom roof and set up the time lapse so that we can actually capture what we are doing on the roof. Really fun and exciting. We had a ladder to climb on and the hot tub, and we started by removing the roof tiles. What is the word for this? The official word? I don't know. But yeah, took off the bottom 2 layers. This is what it looks like. Pretty dry, but under here, wait, this one. This is the rotted beam that we are. Then it was time to get on the roof. My boyfriend started by taking off the roof batten, apparently they're called. Pannlatten, we call them in Dutch. My boyfriend has the plan, so it's my job to show him where this beam is so that he can saw right on top of this beam and we can replace the roof, the rest of the roof again, and connect it easily. Wow, you can look outside from here. Look how our builder the previous builder tried to fix a leak. This is not how you fix a leak, friends. Another reason why it was so cold in winter, we can just look outside from here, which we didn't realize. It's pretty handy that there is a window there so he could look inside as well, and then decided that we needed to remove another layer of the roof tiles. Woo! Noise. And removed all the side bits and everything. This is the moment where he's going to saw into all of these layers. For me, this was the scariest part. Sawing into your own roof just doesn't feel great. But my boyfriend had a good plan and the confidence to just do it. And we were saving about 10,000 euros doing this together. So we're just gonna try it. Let's go. Here we go. Insulation coming off. Oh, that's a lot of sand. So this is what happens where we are. When it storms, sand comes off. See? That's not glued, see? Very easy, poopy. It looks like we have root mealybugs in this bee. I know it's not that, but it looks pretty similar. Pretty funny. Oh. Ooh. Oh. The next step is sawing through the actual wooden roof part. And so my boyfriend measured his saw so that he wouldn't go all the way through, but just through the plate. This was, of course, the scariest step. The previous sawing was also scary, but that was just the insulation. And this is the actual roof, the actual wood. Oh, here we go. Wish us luck. This is what it looked like from the inside. He didn't go through this one beam. Hey, Gertje. So we had to take out a screw. And then he was able to saw through the whole thing.
Ready?
Yeah. We sawed the side first so we could take a look at the most rotted beam and decide our next steps. This was the start of May in the Netherlands, so we were very happy with the weather looking so good. Okay, the moment of truth. Here we go, breaking open the roof to take a look at the rotted beam. Ah! De hele balk gaat gewoon aan de kant. de balk er al half uit. Hij gaat mee omhoog namelijk. Ja. Ik kan naar binnen kijken. Hey, poepetje. Goed man.
Nice patchwork from the G. This is my beam. You like it? You like my beam? I don't like it at all. I'm gonna remove it.
But first we had to remove the second part of the plate, which is this part. I have another angle for you so you can see it a little bit better. There it goes. And then it was time to remove the actual beam. Yeah. Goed poepie. Mag ik hem? Hey Geert, zit je op zolder?
Ik heb mijn balk eraf gehaald.
En we zitten op zolder.
Kijk hem. Hij ligt daar. Nou, de rest nog.
We cleaned the roof, the different parts, and also where the new beam is gonna be so we could measure properly. Because we still had to buy this beam, we had no idea what it was before we opened it up. We went to the shop and bought all the supplies, the insulation, the big beam, and some boards as well. And in total it was about 250 euros. So that's what this is gonna cost instead of possibly 10,000 euros if the builders were working on it for a week. We might need some more supplies, but that's okay. Now we are trying to get the beam in the right measurements, including a angled bit because the plate of the roof is coming down onto it. Getting the angle of the beam right for the roof was a very confusing puzzle, but luckily our lovely neighbor helped, and now it is almost ready to be painted. I just have to make the little edge a little bit cleaner. My boyfriend helped me set up the hand planer because he's very experienced with this, making surfboards. Hey, hey, hey! Since the setup was very wobbly, as you can see, I decided that putting my leg on it was the best way to ground the whole system, and it worked pretty well. Yeah. After the planing was finished, I also sanded the whole beam to make sure that the paint would have enough grip. I'm painting this with Mani, which is going to protect the wood in concrete or a metalwerk masonry. Vet oranje. I brought the saw over to my boyfriend, and while he worked on removing the insulation from the roof, very stylish, bright orange. Let's go. I painted the beam in the first layer of the orange primer. I think it's called lead-free primer. And then it was time to rip off the next pieces of the roof. Whoa.
Lekker hoor, met die spijkers.
Hij zit nog een beetje vast aan die andere. Ja. Het hele ding valt gewoon uit elkaar.
Oh.
Oh.
Dat is echt los van de spijkers.
Ja. We sawed through this beam halfway through, so it would be a little bit easier to remove, and that worked out well. Look at this. Oh, hij is gebroken waar we hem hadden gezegd. Wat? Ook verrot als de tyfus, joh. Moet je kijken aan die kant. Super rotten on all sides, including the end. We removed some of the mortar to make space for the new beam, and my boyfriend cleaned it all up. Geert is cleaning the attic from outside. Wonderful! One old remaining nail stayed strong, so we used a, I don't know what it's called, diamond saw to remove it. That worked very well. And then it was time to measure how long the beam had to be and to put it in place. Whoa! Of course, it didn't fit perfectly with the first try, so we removed it, we changed some things, and then it did fit, but it was a little bit uneven with some of the mortar. So we spent some time removing some more of the mortar and trying to get it to fit perfectly. But the clouds started to come in, as you can see here. Look at this. Huge blue skies, but then very gloomy right above boyfriend. And our roof that is currently not here.
So stop filming.
So stop filming and get to work. Ah, ik voel een druppel.
Wat zal maar halen.
The rain has started. So we are putting this tarp over the roof. Camera getting wet. Geert made a tarp, connected all around. Now we're gonna put these back, and then hopefully we can flop it open because it's still not raining right now, and we can continue work while once it starts raining, because there's some dark skies over there, we can fold it down and we're done. We can go have dinner. It's almost like he knows what we're doing, which I definitely don't. So basically he connected the tarp underneath where the roof tiles are, and then we rolled it up together so that there is no hanging out, leaking, nothing like that, hopefully. It sounds like we're camping because down here is the tarp. And can you see our new beam? That's so good. Oh, I should probably remove that. Whoa! The next morning I recorded this, but accidentally was set to the time-lapse mode on my camera. I'm explaining that we can't work on the roof yet because it is a Sunday morning very early. So instead we are gonna paint the front of the house in this beautiful lime wash paint that I got from Little Green. It's in the white called Slaked Lime, which is pretty normal white, although colors are a little bit darker in lime wash until they dry up on the wall. It looks a little bit like coffee, cappuccino, but with milk that has gone a little bit bad. But first, of course, it was time to prep the wall. We taped the window frames and all the edges to make sure we don't put any paint on the neighbor's wall. That's our neighbor, by the way. And lime wash has a very specific way to apply it, which brushes to use, the way you're going about it, where you start, where you finish. And this was our first time ever using it, so we are also learning as we're going. And it is 4 whole layers that all need to dry, I think, 24 hours. So this was our first layer of many. You can see it really nicely turning a little bit darker. In the end, actually, it's gonna be lighter than the wall was. We are back home in the garden after a birthday celebration to finish the roof, because now it's like 3 p.m. and I think we're allowed to make sawing noises and stuff. So, you ready?
Hey.
Let's go. It's the first time that I myself am on the roof today, or on this project, so it's fun to see. This is our new roof, which has to be broken open again because they did something wrong with the insulation of the pipes. And then this is what we're working on, but we're gonna close it again today. Hey, Mickey! They're getting more and more comfortable with renovation, so it's just us also that I think that helps. Hey! 1, 2. What's happening, Mickey? Hi! Oh, Maggie sneaking on the neighbors again. Maggie, kom eens. The next step is to measure the planks that are going to lengthen our roof. My skill is to measure very precisely, and then my boyfriend's skill is to make it in the size that I measured. So that's why I'm hanging out with the cats, waiting for him to saw the next piece. Okay, baby. Push it in. That's what she said. Ziet er best goed uit, toch? Ja. Dit Did I even explain yet why we are also lengthening the roof? The wall is going to be insulated with about 10 centimeters of kind of plastic insulation, just like they did on the bathroom side of the wall. So we need a longer roof to cover it. Once we measured all the pieces correctly, we took them back off to properly install them. We are going to close this off with this. What is this called? Expanding foam, which I'm a little bit scared to do, but okay. Nog meer?
Ja, het is perfect. Dat je niet weer zo'n tocht gehad hebt.
Nee, niet.
Hij is bijna op. Kijk er gaan, jongen. Een gast erop, jij. Hoe ver komt die plaat?
Tot hier.
Nou, top.
Dit is klaar. Oké, go. Oh, ik heb het verkeerde schroefje onthouden. Kijk, je moet nog pur. Chips. We decided to put the insulation over top of it right away as well and attach it with little pieces of wood. I would say it's going rather well, would you not? Blimey. It looks amazing. Getting distracted by our beautiful garden for a minute. This is so satisfying to watch, in my opinion, that I'm keeping in almost all the time lapses. As it became later and later, I had less and less energy. I helped my boyfriend put the batten, whatever they're called, on the roof. And then I basically could only watch him do the roof tiles. You can't do that really easily with two people. So he finished most of that. Unfortunately, the last pieces always take the longest. Geert is putting in literally the last few pieces after making them fit, hopefully. Maybe not.
That's definitely not fitting.
Is that supposed to be higher up?
Nee, het is gewoon slecht afgemeten.
So I helped measure and cut a new tile. Luckily we had a few left to work with. I'm using this plant sprayer to keep the blade cool and also to keep the dust settling, but mostly so that it doesn't overheat.
Oh my god.
Fits like a glove.
Good enough.
My boyfriend is very excited to put in the final piece. Here it goes.
Oh.
What? What? You can still see the beam though. No ending of us on the roof, but instead ending of us with pizza, because it's now 9 p.m. So, okay, we're gonna chill.
The next morning.
Time for the second layer. We found that this painting is the perfect early morning thing to do because we wake up early, but we can't really start making noise yet with the renovation. And this doesn't make any noise. And it does do a big step because it needs to dry every time. So every morning we started with this painting. Here you can see it drying up a little bit lighter as well, which is very satisfying. I've had a huge headache this past day, but it's evening now. I feel a little bit better. So it's time for layer 3 of the white front of the house. I assume you have seen enough of the time-lapse painting thingies, but once we get to coloring, I will show you much more again. I didn't film this last time lapse because I figured you'd seen this twice already, but there will be more in the next video as we continue finishing the facade. I'll also show you the finishing touches on the roof replacement situation, plus we are making over the hallway and the front door. I am so excited to show you more. There's amazing colors involved. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe below if you haven't already, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!